So I've got loads of new roots here. I've got one day to plant them all, because I'm going to the UK tomorrow. And it's so hard. I've spent all night Googling, well, speaking to the AI about where's best to place this, how much space each thing needs, whether it needs full sun, part sun. And then I come out here to put them in the places, and there's all these beautiful weeds here, and I've got to pull them up to plant them. And I can't do it, it's so hard. Okay, so that's got to go in there. It's going to need 1 metre space eventually, and need some shade from the fig. So I've only chopped away as little weeds as I could get away with. I have to get down deep enough with all these rocks in here. Gonna take a while. So 1 down, 10 to go. Number 2 going right here. This one apparently can spread 1.5 metres. It is a wild raspberry from Northern Ireland. I got this delivery from Northern Ireland of fruits and bare roots, and really excited. I've been waiting about a month for it, and it's just turned up the day before I go to the UK. Typical. But let's crack on. No weeds to clear here because I mulched the previous weeds before I decided to keep them. Right, here we go. We're already hitting rocks. See, this is the problem with Spanish gardening. It's just so not as easy as the UK. No choice but to get in there with your fingers. Pretty much most of my gardening is done by hand. The soil does feel great though. Obviously it was sandy and loamy and rocky like the rest of it, but we added a lot of goat's manure on this last year, and it's settled in and become quite good. So this one is a horseradish, massive horseradish, and apparently I could separate these, but I'm thinking I'll probably break it, so I'm just going to plant it whole. Just got to go like that. Exciting! Let's hope they like the spot. So this one needs full sun. It's going to be about 90 centimetres. Oh, it's a lot to think about when you're planting these things. And basically, I don't have any clue really. I keep asking the AI what to do. AI is absolutely fantastic. It's so much better than Google. I just use it like Google basically. Asking it questions, but it comes back with such detailed answers. I seriously recommend it. It's literally helped me plan out my entire guilds. Obviously trying to stick to the theory of having herbs and roots and climbers and things, but it's literally helped me so much. Now we have a Chinese rhubarb, and I've just remembered that I've got lots of goodies that I should be planting with all of these. I've got that Mycelium that I went to the forest and got, which is broken down with lots of old pine needles, and the pine needles apparently, according to AI, retain the water. If there's one thing you do before the summer gets too hot, is go and find a forest and go and get some of this mycelium, because it will change the garden, I'm sure. So I'm going to be burying some of this now with each of the roots. I've got a little bit of goat's poo. I've got some compost just from the Chinese shop. And let's see. No, I don't know how to bury this. Which way to bury this? Like that, I guess. And these roots, even though they've got a bit of green on, apparently need to be buried at least 5 or 10 centimetres under the soil. I'll get on with digging. Wow. Look at that. That's what you want. Let's break that up all around the roots. That will encourage it to hold hands with its neighbours. Lots of well-rotted pine needles. The AI said helps to retain the water. I highly recommend using AI to ask all your questions. Like, it literally just tells you everything. There's a mixture in there. A bit of water. So the other thing I've got here is some lactic acid, which I've made this from milk kefir. It's like the liquid part of the milk kefir, and apparently this really helps with rooting. I've never used it before, it's my first time. These are all sort of Korean natural farming techniques, so I'm going to sprinkle some of that on after. Next I've got some lemon balm. I'm actually really chuffed. I've got 2 in here. I thought there was only 1. Bare root. It's like partial sun and shade. Gets about 90 centimetres. So I think this can go around about here. There's space between the weeds.